For me, at least, one thing that I think, inhibited me from getting to the conclusion now that he's really fucked a lot of stuff up and thinking he's more of a mixed bag before is the Jake Weddle video. The Jake Weddle stuff fucking sucked. It was apparently torture and a war crime for being in a 2 bright room for 10 days. But I feel like the registered sex offender revelation was so shocking, it kind of overrode a lot of that. And although Chris Tyson had revealed it before, I don't think many people knew about the Delaware thing. And that was new information to people. So
What what is wrong with this community that Jake Webbel can go up there and say, "Hey, like I was being tortured and this was so bad and they wouldn't let me sleep," and then just start crying and like all this stuff, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, Mr. Beast is the worst person ever." There was $100,000 on the line. He was getting $10,000 a day to do this. Like,
I
what are
mean,
we talking
yeah,
about?
I agree with you, of course,
Like,
but it's like,
how did we miss the
He was
most obvious
inconvenienced in
point?
this challenge. I can't believe it.
How do we miss the most obvious point that, like, of course it's gonna be hard. There's thousands and thousands of dollars on the line for the challenge. Why was war crimes and stuff being brought up when he is not a prisoner? You were not a prisoner. You could get up and walk away at any point. But then he goes, "Oh, but I was afraid to let everyone down." Okay, that's on you. That's your decision. You're involved in a challenge. You can leave at any time. All right. You can't bring up war crimes. You can't cry. You can't say, "Oh, this messed me up so bad," because you got a giant check. You can't say, "Oh my God, when I got this money, I didn't realize half of it would go to taxes." None of this stuff is an excuse, right? Like none of it flies. It's so insane. If you were to ask the chat right now who would do this challenge, 99% of people would do it. $10,000 a day, sit in a room. Even if you walk out day one, you got 10 racks. Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, it's difficult because I obviously agree with these criticisms. I mean, Jake Weddle, I feel is. I mean, he actually mentioned you recently because he said that Mr. Beast needs to call you off. I'm not sure if you saw that. So, are you some sort of attack dog for Mr. Beast? Is that true?
Dude, it's so insane. No, no, I'm a guy who sees bullshit and calls it out. And when I do, I'm instantly called fucking paid off or wrong, or I'm trying to sweep for someone. And then in like 2 weeks later, the entire community attitude changes and Keemstar was proven right once again. It's like the same story over and over again, my entire career.